Shalom, shalom, brothers and sisters. This is your elder sister, Yolanda. Before I get started, I want to respect myself and my Holy Spirits. And I'm going to put a scarf on my head because I need this word to go out and to be blessed. All glory to my Abba Yah, Yahushua HaMashiach, the Ruach HaKodesh. And I just want to come to you in humbleness and wear my scarf on my head while giving this word today, okay? I was inspired by a brother who was putting out his edification to say that, because women voted for in this election, that this is why we're going through so much tragedy. However, sisters and brothers, be patient with me. All glory to the Most High Yah. Please help me deliver this word to our sisters and brothers, because it's about time, Father, that the brothers stop putting blame on others and take the blame for themselves. From the beginning, He made Adam. Okay? He made Adam male and female, and He blessed them and told them to go and multiply, subdue the earth and multiply. But then it was Adam who was put out significantly so that he could name all the animals, the creepy crawly things, all of the animals. He named them. That's his job. That was his job. And with that, all glory to the Most High Yah, he discovered that he didn't have a helpmeet. Okay? He didn't have a helpmeet. So his helpmeet was given to him by the Creator, by laying him down. That's in Genesis 2:20, okay? And he was given a job without a helpmeet. He begged for one. So the Most High called her a woman. The Creator didn't call her Eve, okay? Adam in Genesis 3:20 called her Eve. So the Father in Genesis 2:20, let me bring that out, sisters and brothers, because every time I listen to these brothers talk, they blame women. They blame women for voting. They blame women to be the head of the household. They blame, for the destruction of family. They blame women for everything without taking ownership. That's what Adam's supposed to have done. He is the one that begged for help me. He was the one that was supposed to watch Eve. He called her Eve in chapter 3. He was supposed to watch his wife in the garden, not beg for a wife and then go off and leave her alone in the garden, okay, for the devil, for the Satan, for the snake to come and get to talk to her. Okay, she shouldn't have been out of his sight, because if he called her, all glory to the Most High Yah, to be a helpmate for him, all glory to the Most High Yah, she shouldn't have been left there in the garden by herself while he's going out doing what he want to do without her. Okay, so she didn't ask to be there. He asked the Creator for a helpmeet, help me meet His commandments, okay? But He left her in the garden by herself to speak to a snake that convinced her otherwise. Now, it was up to him to say, don't eat from the tree of good and evil. And what fruit are you giving me? And she could have said, the snake gave me this fruit, and he said for me to eat it, and I did. And he could have said, why did you eat that fruit? The Father told us not to eat that fruit. And no, I will not eat it, Eve. Matter of fact, I'm going to do away with you, Eve, because we're not supposed to eat from that tree. Okay? I'm sorry I left you alone to speak to this snake. You get me, sisters and brothers? This is your elder sister Yolanda from the tribe of Judah. And because things are going to get perilous, I want to bring out this information because it bothers my spirit that the brothers always always, since the day of Adam, have not taken the responsibility for themselves, their own actions, and they blaming a woman that they begged for to take blame for this action. All right, so give me a second, because the Most High Yah felt my spirit, and He's putting this in me to let y'all know. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go to scriptures, right? All right, so I just want to bring out some points. Evening was created by the Most High Yah. Night is considered darkness. Okay, that was in Genesis 1:5. So I'm going to go to Genesis 1:5 to let y'all know that night was called darkness, right? And evening and day was a day. So that that wasn't negative, okay? Night was called for the darkness. All right, so Genesis 1:5. All right, and Yahuwah, which they put God in the King James version, but Yah called the light day, and the darkness He called night, and the evening and the day were the first days. Okay, so let's get off this Eve with all of that, because evening has always been in the scriptures since Genesis 1. Okay, now we're gonna go to Genesis 20. Chapter 2:20. I pray y'all follow with me, brothers and sisters, because I think enough is enough. Okay, you gotta take ownership of what y'all do in this world. Okay, because we in captivity not because of women. Okay, we in captivity for 400 years plus, not because of women. Okay, we in captivity because the men did not follow and hearken to His commandments in Deuteronomy 28, but we're going to go there. Okay, so here's Genesis 2:20, where it says, and Adam gave names to all cattle, and to the fowls of the air, and to every beast in the field, but for Adam there was not found an helpmeet for him. So in Genesis 2:20, his job was to name all of these creatures and animals and things. Okay, Adam's first job was to name all of these creatures and crawlies, and that was it. Now he discovered he didn't have a helpmeet. He didn't say he didn't have a woman to make babies. He didn't say none of that. He said he didn't have a helpmeet. Okay, so he was given a helpmeet. Now Genesis 2:23, and Adam said, this is now bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman. Okay, because she was taken out of man. Okay, so she was taken out of man. The Father called her woman. Okay, because she had a womb. She was helping him name these creepy crawly things, right? Now the Father, going on, and it says on Genesis 2:24, therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh. And they were both naked, the man and his wife, and were not ashamed. So that means Adam and his wife, woman, was able to run around the garden or run around their little lot or whatever their little complex was, naked, because it was not a shame. It was not shameful. You feel me? It was not shameful. Okay? So now, he called the woman. Now in chapter 3, Genesis 3:20, Adam calls her Eve. Okay? The Father did not call her Eve. Adam called her Eve. Why? Because she was going to be the mother of all living, of all his generation. Okay, so let's go there. All glory to the Most High Yah. All right. So we discovered in Genesis 1:5 that evening was always there, that evening, okay? But night was considered darkness, and day was considered the light, and that's how we came up with this evening, okay? We understand Genesis 2:20 that Adam was given a job. A job was to name all of the creepy crawlies and the animals and stuff like that. And he didn't have a helpmeet. Okay? So, because of that, the Creator created him a woman because she came out of man. Okay? And that's what he named her, woman. Alright? And that was his wife. And he was supposed to take her with him. Hold on. Take her with him so that they could name all these animals together. Okay? Now in Genesis 20, we're going to go there. Genesis 20. Oh, glory to the Most High Yah. Because your men has to stop. These men have to stop. Because they sound like Sodom and Gomorrah. Okay, when they cry, that little blame game, all right? So cut it out. Y'all know that y'all had created this beg for help me. He gave y'all a woman. Y'all was able to roam around naked with no problem. But Adam went around going somewhere else in the Garden of Eden. Somewhere else. He was not around when she was talking to the snake. So obviously Adam went somewhere, okay, and left her alone, okay? So now in Genesis 3:20, Adam called his wife named Eve because she was the mother of all living. Not because she was wicked. This is after they ate. This is after they ate the fruit. This is Genesis 3:20. So they been ate the fruit. The Father called him out. Like, what did you eat? Did you eat from this Garden of Eden? He didn't take the blame. Yeah, I did it. Like, I did it. I'm sorry. No, he blamed it on his wife. The one that the Father created for him. The one that he begged for. Are y'all following me, brothers and sisters? So if Adam never begged for a helpmeet, the Creator would have never had created this woman. This woman. Because he had created other women, male and female. But he created this woman for Adam. And Adam had her. Had sex with her. Ate the fruit that she gave him. He could have just said, no, where'd you get that fruit from? That fruit looks unfamiliar. I never ate a fruit like that. Where did you get this fruit from? Oh, from the tree of good and evil. No, we're not supposed to eat that. So if the Father came around, he would have said, what did your wife eat? She ate that fruit. Do away with her. Give me one that listened. Okay? But he didn't do that. Okay? Let's go on. I pray that y'all follow me. Oh, Abba Yah, please make this edifying for all my sisters and brothers, because these brothers gotta stop. They gotta stop blaming these sisters for doing things that they had no idea doing, and you talk to them first, right? All right, so Adam in chapter 3:20 calls her Eve because she is the mother of all living. Okay? All right. Now she goes, okay, so now that was Genesis. Genesis 12:13. Hold on, why did I put that there? Genesis 3:12-13. Yet Adam said, the woman who thou gavest to be with me, she gave me the of the tree, and I did eat. So he was saying that, Father, you gave me this woman, and she was the one that gave me the fruit from this tree, and he did eat, right? And then the Lord, the Abba Yah, said unto the woman, who is this that thou hast done? Like, what is this that thou hast done? And the woman said, the serpent beguiled me, and I did eat. Okay, so she was left alone The snake was able to talk to her. He gave her the fruit to eat. And then she returned, shared it with her husband, Adam. Adam could have said, no, thank you. What, was that not in the vocabulary back then? No, thank you. But he ate it. Okay? Now, this is after all of that. In the same chapter, he calls her Eve. Why? Because she is the mother of all living. Not because she was wicked, not because she was evil, not because of all the stuff that y'all say on there. She is called Eve because she is the mother of all living, right? Now, how else did they sin? He disobeyed the Most High's commandment. Adam disobeyed the Most High's commandment of not to eat from that tree of good and evil. He could have told that to his woman, and he could have questioned his woman because the fruit was unfamiliar to him. Of every fruit tree that was in there, he ate. But now somebody gives you another fruit that you have never seen, have never tasted, and wouldn't you question, what is that? Where did that come from? I've never eaten that fruit. And she could have said the same thing she said to the Most High Yah. The snake told me that I should eat this fruit. And I did. Then he could have said, woe to you, woman, for eating that fruit on that tree, because the Father, Abba Yah, said not to eat it, and I never ate it. Okay? But he didn't. He ate it. And then going to blame it on his wife, woman. Okay? The same things that y'all do today is what y'all was doing back then. So don't think that Abba Yah, the Ruach HaKodesh, Yahuwah HaMashiach, Yahushua HaMashiach, don't know about what the mistakes that y'all made. Okay? Let's continue. Alright, so now, this is for the straight men that's amongst us. This is for the sons of the Most High Yah, the straight men of the Most High Yah, that goes out there and preach on the highways and the byways. Okay? And y'all want to spread that negative energy towards us black women. Okay? It's not going to happen. It's not going to continue to happen. Alright? Because I pray that this is edifying for everyone. And then humble yourself and take the ownership and the blame of your actions and what's going to happen going forward on to the next thing. Okay? Because it's not over yet. Alright, so to your straight men, you're the one that begged for Eve and left her alone in the garden. Alright, now we're going to the next one. Y'all begged the angels to come outside in Sodom and Gomorrah. Okay, where Lot was. Alright, and where was that? Genesis 13. Y'all begged, okay? If Sodom and Gomorrah, and we were all the head, we were not the tail, we was the head, not the tail, then y'all was in Sodom and Gomorrah. Alright? And they didn't talk about women. They talk about the men begged for the angels to come out the house. Begged so much that they were blinded and still was trying to find the entrance to that house to get to those angels. And they had to be destroyed with brimstone, fire and brimstone. Okay? Take the blame. Take the ownership of your sinful nature. I'm not finished yet. Alright, so Genesis 13:13. Y'all beg for those, and it says, but the men of Sodom were wicked and sinners before Abba Yah exceedingly. Okay? Don't talk about no Eve. Don't talk about no Jezebel. Don't talk, because there was no J's in Hebrew, right? So we are coming up with this Jezebel, okay? So cut it out. Take ownership of your sinful nature. Okay? Because when there's two men together, there's not a woman in there coaching them. Alright? Okay. I grew up in the 80s. So I remember when there were wives turning up with HIV. Why? Because their husbands was doing drugs. Because their husbands was homosexuals on the down low. And women were coming up with HIV for what? If you have a wife, you shouldn't have HIV. You shouldn't have been doing drugs. And you shouldn't have been sleeping around on the down low. Okay? All right. So Genesis 13:13, it says, but the men of Sodom were wicked and sinners before Yahuwah exceedingly. And Yahuwah said unto Adam, after that Lot was separated from him. Okay? So that's going on. I just wanted to bring out that scripture because in Sodom and Gomorrah, it was the men who was exceedingly wicked and sinners. Okay? All right. That's another thing that separates the women from the men. Okay? The men was given the commandments. The men was given instructions. The men were told to do certain things. So who brought us into captivity? The men. Okay? All right. So now there's another thing I discovered in Matthew 27. So let's go to Matthew 27. All glory to the Most High Yah. All right, just give me a second. So Matthew 27, follow me, and in the scriptures, 27. What I found out was that when the brothers, the men, had delivered up Christ to be crucified, a blameless man, he didn't do anything wrong. Even Pilate had given them opportunities on opportunities and let them know he did nothing wrong. But because of your envy and jealousy, y'all had this blameless man be crucified. Listen, this sister brought this out to me, this brother and sister. Listen, I'm so grateful for y'all videos. Trust and believe. I'm so happy that I subscribed to y'all. Okay? But this is what kind of like, whoa, to my spirit. So Matthew 27:25. Let's go there. It says, and then answered all the people and said, his blood be on us and our children. And your children? Okay, now, brothers, follow me. Yahushua HaMashiach, which is Christ, the Spirit, and we call Jesus of Nazareth. Okay? The black one. The one from the tribe of Judah. Okay? That little baby that was innocent, that didn't have no sins in him. And even Pilate has said he was blameless. Like he didn't do anything. You was given an option. Is it Christ or would it be this other Barnabas, this other wicked, he was like a bad behind, a bad behind. I don't want to say no bad words. But Barnabas. And then this is 26. Then released he Barnabas unto them. And when they had scourged Jesus, which is Yahushua HaMashiach, he delivered him to be crucified. So even with all of that, brothers, men, it was people who had called for his crucifixion. Did they say they were all women? Okay? No. They were men. They were men who went up, offered Christ to be crucified. Okay? And that king at that time had him crucified. But it was the people calling for him to be crucified. Crucify him. Crucify him. A day before Passover. Crucify him. Crucify him. Okay? And then they're going to have the audacity. These men had the audacity to say, put it on us and put it on our children. Innocent children is going to have the blood of the crucifixion of Christ on them. And you wonder why children are how they are today. Young little sodomites. Young little murderers. Young little... Because y'all call for Christ to be crucified. Here, I'm thinking it's just Pilate, all the wicked and evil ones from the other nations. But your own people, your own dad, is going to say, put it on us and our children? No, brothers. Y'all in this punishment because y'all deserve it. Y'all was going through this walk and have to get out this walk because you deserve it, and you need to go to the Most High, repent for your ancestors, and stop blaming women. Okay? You got the spirit on you. They say y'all wicked men. Y'all sinners. Exceedingly. Okay? You can't be sleeping with other men and gonna downplay women as Jezebels. No, that was your fault. That was on you. Alright? In the 80s, your dads was leaving your mom, going to sleep with other women. They walked out on you. Not your mom, who stood there to still raise you. Okay, so now that's going to go to Tobit 4:12. Let's go to Tobit 4:12. Alright? Because it was told to the men not to take wives of other nations. Not to participate in whoredom with other nations. But what did y'all do in the 80s? Rappers, white women. Basketball players, white women or Spanish women. Let's just say Spaniard. Okay? That's what y'all did. Nobody else. Y'all had good women that had children. Let's go to Tobit 4:12. And y'all decided to go with white women. Y'all decided to go with white women. Nobody told y'all to go to white women. Even the Father told y'all not to go. Just like he told you not to eat from that tree. He told y'all not to go to those other women. And it says, beware of all whoredom, my son, and chiefly to take a wife of the seed of thy fathers, and take not a strange woman to wife, which is not of thy father's tribe. For we are the children of prophets, Noah, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Remember, my son, that our father from the beginning, even that they all marry wives of their own kindred. That's like a dog marrying a cat. Are you playing? Because he shall not be mocked. And were blessed with their children, and their seeds shall inherit the land. Their seeds shall inherit the land. So don't think you're going to be taking some Edomite woman over to the promised land, because he told you not to. Okay? So don't talk about any other situation but the situation that y'all put yourselves in. So y'all wasn't supposed to be marrying these strange women, but y'all were gloating on TV that y'all have this other type of strange woman of whoredom, and y'all have children by them. Who told y'all to do that? Black women? I seen a lot of black women sitting up there with bellies and stuff, and where was their husband? Where was their man? Either sleeping with a strange woman or with another man. Let's tell it like it is. Let's say you know your mom, you know your dad, you know how old your mom was when she had you, you know how your father was with her. If he wasn't there for you, then he wasn't there for her. So what that make him? Where was he? Okay? So y'all went outside your tribe and married these strange women. I don't know what y'all did back then to get y'all here, but I know in the 80s and the 90s, y'all was marrying a lot of white women. Edomites. Y'all was marrying a lot of Spaniards. You can call them Puerto Rican or Spanish if you want, but they wasn't. Y'all was marrying a lot of Amaleks, which was those Jewish white women. Why? All for that money. But y'all already impregnated, domestic violence, did all that, abandoned your black women, your mothers. So every time you talk about a black woman, talk about your own mother. All right? Talk about your own black mother, because she went through slavery and captivity as well. She went through all of that as well. She popped up those children. You, the one who downplayed women, she popped you out of her coochie. And she raised you. She fed you. She dressed you. She sent you off to school and college. She gave you a hug and a kiss and let you go out in the world. Now you're going to turn around and your own oppression and going to blame women. Why? Because these outside women don't want to have nothing to do with you? So that made you go with another man? Or they made you entice with a Jezebel? When you have had several different women? Okay, Adam. All right? Now let's see. Right. And another point is that y'all put us into captivity. Why? Because of Deuteronomy 28, you didn't hearken to number 1. Because the men, straight men, did not hearken until Deuteronomy 1. All right, let's go there. All glory to the Most High Yah. I'm very passionate and compassionate about this word. And enough is enough about blaming women about your own demise. Not all black women voted for this president or this vice president chick, okay? No one, all right? If you read Revelations 17, 18, 19, 20, read all of them, okay? We know that they are part of whatever the Father is going to handle. So not all sisters voted in this election. But you still, men, going to have to go through it. All right? So stop blaming Eve, which is called woman to the Father. Stop blaming women. Stop blaming all these outside spirits when it was you who fell for the banana in the tailpipe. It's you who fell for the banana in the tailpipe. And if you was there with the woman before the Satan serpent came around,